All right, let me know when you're ready. Oh, spilled tea all down my leg.
Oh, there's tea?
There's tea my mom made. Before we start, this show is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Visit betterhelp.com/JeffFM to see if online therapy is for you.
He used to be out on the corner, he was dealing in drugs. Got himself a barber's chair.
We're coming to you live from my parents' basement.
His life, he'll talk about it with us. And now it's Jeff.
This used to be my brother's room, but now it's mine, baby. Yeah. FM.
Nice.
Welcome back. It's Christmas Day. We're going to be doing this podcast in my parents' house. It's a little awkward because probably upstairs listening to me right now. Ma, can you put the TV on or something? Put the news on? All they do all day long is just watch the news. It's just COVID deaths. Just death and destruction all through the world. It's horrible. I don't know. It's not a healthy thing to watch, I don't think. They just keep it on all day long. But that's not what we're going to talk about here because, you know, it's all positive vibes on Jeff FM. We got the fireplace. I got hot tea. We have the bathroom boys. They made it out of the bathroom again. This place down here, this was my brother's bedroom. And I was so jealous of him because he had all this space. And when I was a young little boy, this place was a mansion to me. This was massive. And now it is like a prison cell. But there was a point when I had offered my brother, I think it was $1,500 to move out. And my brother is 4 years older than me, so he was about 20 at the time. I was maybe 16.
You had $1,500 at 16?
Oh yeah, I was a barber. I was making $1,500 a week,
wow.
Close to, you know. And he considered it, but I think he had a girlfriend at the time, and she wasn't going to let him move back up into that small bedroom upstairs.
Did you want this so you could sneak out?
I wanted it so I could sneak out, have more room. He would have parties down, well, not parties. He would have his two friends over. My brother and I are complete opposites.
What was the setup like down here?
He had his computer over there. He would have his Xbox or his PlayStation, whatever the hell was out at the time. He had a nice little setup. He had a projector. He would play movies. He hooked this place up.
Oh, it was like like a man cave. Like
yeah, and I wasn't allowed down here. And if I came down here, it was on. It was fucking bloodshed between the both of us. We would fight bad, my brother and I. And that 4-year difference was just enough to give him a complete unfair edge. But you know what? I'm happy how everything worked out, because if I had moved down here and I got comfortable here in this place, then I may have never left, and I may have never been doing any of this stuff now. What's that? Oh, Liam. Liam's here. Nice. Yeah, come on in. Have a seat.
Can I go to the bathroom? Can I pee?
Yeah, go for it. Take your time. Liam's been on and off through the road trip. A lot of friends have been popping in and out. They came along to the last barbershop episode of the year, the Coney Island Maniac. We had a little person that we found on a website. I'm not sure if it was an adult website or whatever it was. I had my friend Shaban. You guys are familiar with Shaban. When I had my hometown friends, they burned the studio down. My parents don't like him because they knew he was trouble growing up, so I'm going to have him come on. You know, I'm in my 30s now. I think it's fair to have my friends that my parents didn't really get along with growing up and have them come in, talk it out, squash the beef. What did you think of those guys out in Coney Island?
It was great, I loved it. Reminded me of Granby Street in Liverpool.
It reminded you of
really?
Liverpool?
It's like that in Liverpool?
Yeah, kind of. The way they were fighting in the store.
Yeah,
Like a fight in there.
Real fights broke out. A guy got punched in his face, and we only had about 2 hours to film this whole thing. We were able to catch fights, drug use, sex, everything in the book.
Drugs getting sold on the street.
And I don't know if Liam knows this, but we had this little person actor. She was a little Jamaican girl from Queens, woman. She was hammered. Liam, I don't think he realized that
she came hammered.
Yeah, she came wasted. She was drinking on the way there. I don't think Liam realized this, but he was mic'd up, and we got his audio of him going over to flirt with this woman.
You flirted with her, Liam?
No, she flirted with me.
And now, at this point, I don't even know what your type is, you know, or even if you have one. Let's put a picture of her up here so give a little context.
Do I make you horny, man?
Yeah, you were wearing a wire, my man. No, we caught you red-handed.
She was wearing a wire, and like you hear her clearly saying, like, "You want to fuck me?
You want to fuck me?" Hi, Mom. How you doing?
Am I not supposed to be down here?
No, you could come in. It's fine.
Oh, okay. I just made some snacks.
Wow, look at these.
Fine, Mom. Homemade chocolate-covered pretzels.
Beautiful.
We're discussing right now, Liam flirting with what is it? What's the proper terminology for this? Little person?
I think little person.
Is it dwarf?
She's flirting with me.
Let me double check.
She was maybe 3 feet tall, but she weighed about the same weight as me. She was heavy.
160.
160. Now, you said you had a date last night. Mom, let us discuss this, because this is nasty stuff we're about to get into.
Oh yeah, I'll take a sprinkles one.
I just been with a big fan of yours, this kid. I picked him up a hitchhiker,
Yeah.
and he was a big fan of you.
You picked up a hitchhiker on the way
Yeah.
over here? Where? In New York City?
Nah, and I brought him to Brooklyn.
He was like this on the side of the road
Yeah.
on Christmas Day,
Yep.
hitchhiking. You should have brought him over here for
He
some
was a-
tea.
He was a big fan.
Let's get back to the
Did
situation here. Did you have sex with that little person?
No,
Would you?
no.
No?
She thought I was your boss, right?
Oh
So
yeah.
Shaban. Shaban's like, oh, this is the boss. He's the one paying everyone. So then she thought I was the boss, and she's like, you know, I'll do you a favour, and you do me a favour. I'm like, oh yeah? She's fucking crazy.
You've been around on this trip with us now for on and off for about a month. What would you say was the highlight of the whole trip?
We had a lot of fun. I enjoyed watching you and Carl fishing when you was in there dying.
Well, we were all sick. We were
I
all
was
sick.
dead. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
he's dead.
We were all sick, and we obviously there's a lot of COVID going around right now. Everybody has COVID. It honestly, more people have COVID than people don't have COVID.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I don't have COVID though.
Yeah, you did
Liam's
not
like
get
built
it.
different. He's immune.
When we all got sick, Liam came over and started hugging us and saying it's going to be okay, which is a real fucking insane thing to do. I was telling my father that story, that's what you did, and he told me back in his day, before COVID and all these viruses going around, he had chicken pox. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
know what that is. And it wasn't that bad. He just had like a couple little pox on him. It was a little itchy. He had to stay home from school. His brother, my uncle Rudy, who was the black sheep of the family, Rudy was like me. He was always getting in trouble. He saw that he got to stay home from school, so he went and fucking kissed my dad, hugged him, rubbed himself all over, so he got chicken pox too. And he ended up getting hospitalized because he got chicken pox way too bad, and he was in hell. He was in pain for I think it took weeks to recover from that. So if you have any siblings or anything that have COVID, you want to stay out of school, it's not worth it.
Let's get through it.
Just get through it. Yeah, it's not gonna be that bad. Yeah, but everybody has COVID right now, and
Except me.
a lot of people
Strong motherfucker.
a lot of people aren't able to go home. It's Christmas Day when we're filming this right now.
They canceled like 400 flights.
Yeah, I was looking
Oh,
at
yeah?
flights.
Really? Wow.
Bad.
I was looking at a flight to LA tonight. It was like, no, just looking in general yesterday. It was like fucking $1,000.
Yeah.
Back to LA.
Really?
A
Tomorrow,
premium economy was
$600.
like $1,100.
I'm like, cheaper to stay in a hotel here, enjoy the night here,
Yeah.
and go back another day, you
Yeah.
know?
So you guys are hitting the road
yeah.
Are you
tomorrow
really hitting
or
the
tonight.
road?
Tonight, yeah.
Why?
Tonight, and you're about to embark on another 3-day drive, another 3,000-mile drive. All the
I
way
was
back
going to
the
make
West
it a
Coast.
2-day drive, so
Well, that's
Why
cool.
is going back now?
New Year's.
Every day's New Year's, every day's Christmas Day, every day's your fucking birthday.
That's right.
Right, Jeff?
Yeah.
We just live on life.
Speaking of that, this time last year, height of the pandemic, didn't get to come home for Christmas. Everybody's kind of going through this now. A lot of people didn't get to see their families, including these two guys. You know, it could be depressing. If you're not able to see your family,
Yeah, I understand. I haven't seen
keep
my
your chin up, kids.
I just miss
You
the
know?
Nerf, you know?
I haven't seen my family in 10 years. How do you think I feel, Jeff?
You haven't seen your family in 10 years?
what? How long ago did you leave the motherland?
10 years ago in January. Like today, 10 years ago, probably tomorrow. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
It was Boxing Day.
But you are a different breed. A lot of people out there
You are
are
a
looking.
different breed too. We're like
I'm
similar.
a different
like
breed, but
breeds.
I relate to everyone. I relate to all people. I'm a man of the people.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Jesus.
I didn't say it. You did. And I could see that a lot of people are going through it right now in the world. Looking at Instagram stories of Logan Paul and Jake Paul buying each other Rolexes, you know, all together happy with their
We
family.
should go and do that.
Buy each other Rolexes?
Yeah,
That's not realistic.
not the real world.
This is the real shit right here. Being in a shithole basement in Staten Island.
Do you feel like Pete Davidson right now?
Pete Davidson feels like me. I'm older than him. I was born in Staten Island first. I put Staten Island on the map before him. And you know what? Let's not get into Pete Davidson stuff. Yeah, now we're in my parents' basement. I'm living in my parents' basement for the meantime. This window right here, I put that window down the other night. I smoked weed out of it.
Get that right, fellas.
I smoked weed out of it because it was too cold to go outside.
Did it go through the house?
My dad would beat the shit out of me
Yeah,
if
Dennis
I had
wouldn't be
done that.
happy. Dennis
You know?
wouldn't be happy.
What do you mean? Your dad smokes weed?
Now he smokes weed, but me, the 16-year-old me, the bad kid, if I got caught smoking weed in the house, doing drugs,
Did you
before
ever?
this was legal,
In the house?
never.
You should get Dennis on the show to tell all the old stories.
Hey, Dad, have a beer and come down here. Today's episode is sponsored by HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy. If you're at home for the holidays, you don't want to be ordering fast food and all this crap. You want a nice home-cooked meal. I've been using HelloFresh so I don't have to send my mother out in the middle of a pandemic to the grocery store to get some of my favorite ingredients to make lasagna, because I love some good home-cooked lasagna. So I've been using HelloFresh to get those ingredients delivered right here to the house. And then we all have a good time, brings our family closer together, all thanks to HelloFresh. The holidays can be hectic, but HelloFresh keeps things simple with recipes that cut back on meal prep and cleanup so you can spend less time in the kitchen and more quality time with your friends and family. HelloFresh offers 50 menu and market items to choose from every week, including vegetarian, calorie smart, and gourmet options, providing plenty of variety. If you guys want to use HelloFresh, go to HelloFresh.com/JeffFM14 and use code JeffFM14 for up to 14 free meals and 3 free gifts. That's HelloFresh.com/JeffFM and use code JeffFM14 for 14 free meals and 3 free gifts. Okay, Shaban is here, Mom. Now,
Dennis loves Shaban.
He's too wild.
he's a wild kid, but
crazy
Mom,
guy.
we were all wild.
I know, but-
This is who we are. When you were teenagers, out
Bad.
smoking pot, going to Beatles concerts. We got Shaban here. It's okay. He doesn't celebrate Christmas. Do you believe that, Mom? He doesn't celebrate Christmas. He's out causing trouble.
I think I need a drink now.
setup.
So,
Shaban's here.
Mom, Shaban wasn't the bad one. It was Sal.
But that podcast and what Shaban
It
said
was
and
acting.
everything.
It was acting.
and-
It was
It's all an
acting.
act.
Jeff told me I have a chance to be a movie star or something,
Yeah.
so I figured I'll put a nice little act on.
Shaban,
Yeah.
I haven't liked you for a while, and it's all because of them.
Unbelievable.
No, Shaban was one of my best friends. If it wasn't for him, then I would have been in a lot of situations where I probably would have got beat up. You know, we had each other's backs. We'd fight. I probably would have also avoided a lot of fights because a lot of them you started. We're here today. We survived, and we learned a lot from it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Last night was nice. We surprised my mother with a trip to Europe. She almost teared up.
Yeah.
It was nice. 'cause
I'm like, I still can't believe it. It's like a dream.
there's
Did you show
something
the
I wanna-
poster?
Yeah, the Photoshop poster. Liam's on it because he's going to be our tour guide. We're going to Liverpool. But it's been something I wanted to do ever since, because you would talk
We
about it,
talked about it for a while.
but we didn't
years
have the
ago.
resources really back then. And I always thought, we got to go to Europe. We have to do it. When are we going to do it? What better time than this summer? We got Liam to take us around Liverpool, take us to the
And
Beatles
hard
Museum.
day's nice.
I thought of it when I was watching the Beatles documentary, and I was like, you know what? We have to go. And I surprised my mom with the trip, and she has a +1. She has to decide who she wants to bring on the trip.
You gonna bring this guy?
I hope it's Dennis.
I hope not.
I hope it's Dennis.
Can you imagine
When I
Dennis and
surprised them-
Liam together?
Yeah, it's trouble. He gets a lot of crazy things out of my dad that I never knew he participated in.
It was only a joint. But it's man talk.
Yeah.
And, it's just really a lot of stories. I wanted to apologize because they weren't totally true, some of these things.
I don't know.
Was that only because she probably yelled at you after? Is that why you're saying it wasn't true?
No.
My teeth almost fell out of my mouth last night when I hear him talk to Liam and what he's doing and the motions that he's given. Jeff and I
Yeah.
were like, we wanted to crawl
So-
under the table.
We were breaking my dad's balls last night after I surprised my mom with the trip, and we said that she has a +1, and she said she started considering bringing her sister, and he's like getting all pissed off, but he can't show it, and he's like, I don't need to go. I'll pull it up right here, put it on YouTube, Venice Canal, and he goes, I don't need to go. I got it right here.
It's about a 37-hour flight. I'm not looking forward
You're
to that.
miserable old
He's
man.
been before telling
Yes.
the stories about when you went in the 60s. He hitchhiked all over Europe.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
With the red light, done a lot of
Amsterdam. Amsterdam
years
as
ago.
kids. We were 17 years old. My friend and I, we went, and we had like $5 a day to spend each. We thought Amsterdam was the coolest place. Legal
What are you going to
marijuana,
Amsterdam for, Dad? You go
red
there for
light district,
What happens at the
and
red light district?
prostitution.
prostitution, legal prostitution. And we really had 2 fights, my friend and I. One was over pastries or oranges in Paris. Like the French pastries, the greatest thing in the world, right? I wanted to have the pastries. He says, no, we can't spend the money on that. We gotta be more practical, have oranges. So we almost killed each other over that. With the red light district, he wanted to go in. And
Yeah.
I said, no, we don't have money for that. So
He wanted to spend the budget on the hookers.
I was just leading up.
I got a friend like that.
leading you on to think that I had a wild lifestyle.
Well, you told me an interesting interesting story last night. You said that you were hitchhiking around, low budget. You couldn't always go together. Sometimes you had to split up. And you were in another country, and you said, I'll meet you in Paris under the Eiffel Tower at this time in 2 days. Now, what happens if something happens along the way? You don't have a phone? This is 50 years ago.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, you know.
Anxiety, right?
We got our location services turned on. We got Google Maps. You know, you need to book a flight.
You got Oscar with the thing.
With the thing on the wallet thing?
Yeah, you put that damn Apple AirTag on my phone, and every time I go anywhere, I get alerted that you're moving.
Liam thought
it's
the cops
were after us. It's the most annoying thing.
Yeah. We thought the cops were on us.
This is Apple used to make good inventions, but now they're overcomplicating shit, and it's just, I cursed in front of you. This is what I do on the podcast.
I'm used to it by now, Jeff.
Apple's going downhill ever since Steve Jobs died. That AirTag's a dumb idea. Get rid of it. But yeah, that was interesting, Dad.
But I have another story. If I
go
could tell
for
a
it.
story.
I'm a bit you drink.
So
Drink
we're
up. Slam
17
that
years
beer down.
old. We're in Amsterdam. We're sleeping outside to save money, and there's public showers. So after a couple of days being there, we really stunk. We go take a shower. I'm across from these open stalls, and I'm saying, "Wow, this guy's got some ass on him." You know, like. And so then the person turns around, and I'm saying, he's got some nice knockers too. It was a female. Men and women showering together in the public showers. And here we are, two middle-class kids from Staten Island. What an exchange of like cultures, a clash of cultures.
Did you have a chat with the lady?
First of all, he didn't explain that he went to Italy with his friend because they were going to stay at his friend's sister's place, and they were only 17. They just graduated from high school. They really had no money, no jobs or anything like that, but their parents gave them money. So they go to Italy, but the friend's sister takes off and goes to Greece with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
So, and the roommate said, no, you can't stay here. So now these two kids are in Europe. They have really no money, limited resources. They're afraid to tell their parents that they're stranded. And so they have to live in youth hostels.
Yeah,
you know,
$5
It was so
One
just
lived on the street and one lived in the hostel, right? Some nights.
Well,
on the bench when you
if
said
we
the
couldn't
story.
make connections, right?
And it was a loaf of bread and a bottle of wine every night.
Yes,
right?
yes.
That's what it was every night.
17 years old. We couldn't drink here in America, but you buy a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Bottle of wine
and then
a loaf of bread.
How he slept under the Eiffel Tower just one night. And then he woke up and there was all homeless people there around him. He's like,
So you and your friend were fighting a lot on this trip.
No, we only fought a couple times.
Yeah. Now these two, they've been traveling together for about a month. They got into it a couple times. Do you have any advice for them?
Yes, get rid of any knives. Just so you don't have the temptation to stab each other.
Are you too excited to go home?
Yeah.
Are you guys going to hang out together when you go back home?
No. Probably not till after you come back.
Well,
Who was winning on a fight out of you and Shaban?
I will knock him out cold.
Beat his ass.
I got hit by a crane. I didn't get knocked out. So good luck you doing that with your Albanian fists. Today's episode is sponsored by DoorDash. If you guys don't know what DoorDash is by now, what are you, living under a rock? DoorDash is the best delivery service for food. Kyle's been using it to order food. You've been surviving off DoorDash for about the past year. If it wasn't for DoorDash, I don't even know if you'd still be here with us. If you got meetings back to back, errands to run, and chores to take care of, what's the secret to clearing your to-do list? A little help from DoorDash. You can get dinner, household essentials, and everything on your grocery list delivered. Get what you want to eat right now and right at your door with DoorDash. You don't have to have one of those awkward interactions if you choose the contactless delivery option, which is probably the best invention that this pandemic came up with, For a limited time, our listeners can get 25% off and zero delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter code JeffFM. That's 25% off, up to a $10 value, and zero delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code JeffFM. Don't forget, that's code JeffFM for 25% off your first order with DoorDash. Subject to change, terms apply. Shaban, you know what's going on at our old high school right now?
Oh yeah, with the guns and stuff.
Yeah.
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 What's going on?
Did you ever bring a gun to school, Shaban?
No, I never. I was not that bad.
Well, Mom, you look at Shaban like he's a bad kid because he told some fight stories and stuff like that. But if it wasn't for Shaban, then I would have been on my own. In Wagner High School, the high school you guys decided to send me to, there was gangs everywhere. It was just segregated. Everybody, it was, you had to be part of a gang.
You think Shaban's a changed man?
Do I think? No, I think we all matured and we.
He matured.
Yeah,
you think he's matured?
I think so.
Okay,
but
what about
at that time, there was no the Albanians stuck together. They had loyalty.
I have a question.
So I basically blended in with the Albanians. We were all together. It wasn't all Albanians. There was like Italians, Albanians, and stuff like that. But
Greeks.
and we looked out for each other.
I have a question. You think he's changed and he's matured?
I mean, I'm trying to get him to get
you
in the
think
good
he's
graces of my
matured?
parents.
Are you both upset that I pranked both of you?
No. I have a question. Do you think he's matured? No. We'll bring that up in a minute.
Yeah.
But do you think he's matured?
Yeah, we've all come a long way in life.
Yeah.
Even listen
What
to
about
him.
earlier this week with the firework when he gave it to you in the car?
Whatever. Who cares? They're
that
doing
mature?
videos.
When
It's,
Yeah, that's
he
what
matured.
upset me.
This guy was sleeping on bus stops getting prostitutes and stuff, and I didn't find out about this till I'm 32 years old, smoking drugs in Amsterdam.
But I wanted to ask Liam about
showering and co-ed showers,
Waking up
looking
next to
at
bums.
naked women.
We're gonna bring you that.
the
to
British are all proper.
Yeah.
But how about when you started going around Europe, and didn't you see like a little clash in culture?
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't like Istanbul at all. But when I was in Istanbul, since 2005, I remember women walking around the streets with kids, making them cry, so people give them money.
Every third world country. Even
No,
in
I
Albania.
understand that now, but back then I never, because I'm new.
But it wouldn't have worked in New York. They would have said, "Shut that baby
Well,
up."
that didn't work. That didn't work with Liverpool people. They get told to F off, you know what I mean? With us,
Okay, enough about Istanbul. We'll do a separate podcast for Istanbul. We have this clip of the current state of our old high school that they chose to send me to, and they say that it's my fault they turned out the way I did. They sent me there.
I think it's
It
the
was
air.
So we went to school. Shaban and I met in the barbershop. Shaban was sweeping up hair because it was his cousin's barbershop. What, are you offended by that?
Not at all.
You were
I was just a
13?
little jealous how Jeff came in out of nowhere with his perfect gel back hair, and he just started cutting everybody.
3 weeks in, I was a full-time barber
Full-time
at
barber.
15 years
He'll
old.
come home from school, cut school, and just start cutting hair.
Yeah.
He had all the money. He used to count his money with his fingers.
The only time we saw Jeff with a book at high school, Dennis was taking him to school one day, and Jeff was with a book, and he goes, and he calls me, he goes, "I think Jeff has changed. He's got a book. He's going to school."
That was for all the debts that people owed him. He was right.
No, it was all the haircut. It was prom night, and it was all the haircut appointments that he had to.
Busy night, prom night. Everybody needed haircuts. I was all
How
about
much
money.
was a haircut back then, Jeff?
$15, $12. Yeah, but I would do maybe 15 a day back when I was
Really?
child labor. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was working
yeah,
my
yeah.
ass
That's a
off.
lot of
I was a
money.
kid,
He was making money, 15,000, 1,500, 2,000 a week.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
What were you spending it on back then?
Sneakers, Jordans,
Yeah.
You should have saved
Dirt
some like
bikes.
a bail.
dirt bikes.
Dirt bikes.
You
Yeah.
saved some for bail, you said? Why did
Yeah.
you have to bail them out, did you, Dennis?
They bailed me out. How many
Like-
times did you guys bail me out of jail?
Twice that I could remember, right?
Miami.
Miami,
and also,
that was a rough one. Yeah.
Here?
How about here with the Honda Accord, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember you called me.
Well,
I went on
I
a run.
did call you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Shaban wasn't even with us for that one.
I was there.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh, let's clear that up, because everybody on the internet says that I threw a chemical bomb at an old woman. That's made up gossip.
Yeah, it's made
There's
up.
no
It was
proof.
terrible what
Yeah.
they were saying.
What
Yeah.
did you do, Jeff?
Well, we threw it in a trash can in front of the place. It was a Drano bomb. It just blew up and made a loud noise. It was like a firecracker. It was more of a scare. No, I didn't even throw it, but I didn't rat, and that's why I got in trouble. And it was my car, my license
you
plate.
rat
Scott.
now?
No, I never ratted in my life. I've never rat. The cops came here. It was Saturday night when we did it at like 3 a.m. And the cops came here the next day. You guys were at church, and Steven answered the door, and it was like 7 detectives because it was like around like 9/11 and like a few years after 9/11, and they had my address. It was my license plate, so it went to my address, and they were just after me. I had this idiot friend. We called him Reckless. I won't say his name. It was just a little prank.
Yeah.
And they made a whole big deal about it. They came to the door with all these detective cars, and Steven answers the door. Him, on the other hand, doesn't have the same beliefs as me, and he ratted me right out. He said, "Oh, you're looking for Jeffrey? He's right there in his room." And I was in my underwear sleeping. They came in, the cops cuffed me when I was in my underwear, put my pants on for me, brought me out, And then my parents came home from church. I was already in jail at the time.
Yeah, Stephen goes, oh, guess where Jeff is? He's in jail right now. We're like, what? The cops came, he explained the whole story. They took him out in handcuffs or what? And anyway.
Yeah, we just got in a fight at a 7-Eleven, and the store clerk was an asshole and threw a banana peel on my front windshield. And everybody was making fun of me. Oh, you're going to let him do that? You're going to let him throw that banana peel on? And then we just knew how to make these Drano bombs from watching YouTube videos, and we just made a stupid bomb. It's a harmless thing that just explodes loud. It blows up a soda bottle.
It's like the same as like dry ice in a bottle.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeff's trunk was full of tinfoil and
And that's
Pepsi.
why they took the car and they never gave it back, because the evidence was all in the car. I didn't think that they were going to come do a whole terrorism search. The bomb squad came to our house.
That was awful, though, what they did, though.
Yeah.
They made up this whole story. Then they put it in the paper.
So we went to court to fight that case because they were talking about I'm getting life in jail because it's a terrorist attack. All the stories they made up to pin this stuff on me. No old lady was burned. There was nobody that ever came to court. We exposed them all, and I ended up just getting a ticket. But it was stressful at the time.
Yeah.
And you say Shaban's the bad one. He wasn't.
I
even...
always just got in trouble hanging out with bad kids.
Shaban was hanging out with me. I was the troublemaker. No, he was the worst. He's a nut job.
I think
he
both
should be
of
in
you
jail.
together.
I wish you still had that laptop. I know I mentioned in the last podcast we had, but Jeff's been doing this laptop editing things for years. Literally, he out of nowhere, he should just pull up with his camera. He had the little GoPro, right?
Yeah,
little GoPro.
yeah.
It's not like you even wanted to show anything. You would just record every little thing.
No, we were just doing YouTube before YouTube existed.
Yeah.
We were just trying to make videos for ourselves, you know?
Shaban died. Everyone thought I died at one point.
One time, we would have dirt bikes and do, yeah, you really are my old Steven.
It's funny because in the video, I blow a red light. I'm on the dirt bike, and a car comes, and you hear the car like brake, and Jeff totally doesn't play the rest of whatever happened. I dodged it, and he puts "Rest in Peace, Shaban."
yeah. I mean,
Is that video still up?
No, he was running from the cops in it. And it was the cops that hit him off.
And then the
bike.
cops took Jeff's laptop, and he never got it back.
Yeah.
Oh, they did?
I had a lot of stuff taken by the NYPD. But speaking of our upbringing and our childhood, I want to watch this video and react to it because this is the current state of our old high school, Shaban. Look at this. Look, right outside. That's where you live down the street. This is where we used to get into this stuff.
So pay attention to this guy right here, the bigger kid, right here. You see the mouse is pointing?
Oh yeah, with the blue hoodie.
Yeah, so he's roughing this kid up. I think he's fighting a girl.
Wild kids, gang violence. At least they were a mask.
So look what he does. He has a fanny pack on. Is that why you have a fanny pack, Liam? You have a pistol in there?
Oh.
These kids don't even know how to side rap.
Yeah. Look, he's already out of gas. See? He needs to do more cardio, that
Watch
kid.
this now. Pay attention to this.
You think this is gang violence, Shaban?
Watch this. You see the gun?
Look at that.
Whoa.
Look what he pulled out.
That's the school you went to?
That's the school we went to, yeah.
Yeah.
How old are these kids?
16, 15. But this is what we used to do. We used to get into a lot of stuff.
We used to pull the guns out on people. No, we never brought guns
it was
to
never
school.
that, but we used to fight all the time.
These kids don't know nothing.
So it's probably you that made them with the bad kids.
No, this is all happening. This is 10 years later.
No, you made Shaban the bad kid.
I was a terror. I was.
No,
But he's a
Shaban.
year older.
No, but
Shaban.
I just came into school and just looking for chaos. I don't know what happened.
Shaban was really trying to make a name for himself quick.
If you could do it all over again.
I wouldn't change nothing.
Really?
I'm
Like the way you did it?
I'm great. I have a great family, friends.
Yeah,
I'm
family,
engaged.
friends.
I
He's got a
good
great
business.
company. He works hard every day. He's in the city at 7 a.m. He's got a construction business.
I've been driving him around the city while I've been here, taking him to work, taking him to jobs. Feel like he'll work.
Liam goes to his job sites pretending to be like a
He always,
contractor.
my worker, the guy, my employees never seen him in my life, and he's telling them what to do. They're looking at him like he's crazy.
What do you say to them?
Like the boss, just fix this.
He doesn't even know what he's talking about.
Drywall.
Jeff, would you change anything?
No, I'm happy how everything worked out. I moved out at 17 with Nick, and then I tried to come back, and this guy said, "No, you're done. You're an adult. Get out." He took my mattress and sprayed it with a hose. Said, "Sleep on that, you hot shot." When I was 17.
Parenting 101.
You feel terrible about that now?
No. I was frustrated and I was lashing out. I didn't know how to control him. So I was just doing the best I could.
Because he lived by his own rules. He took the car out when he was 15 and drove it.
I remember that.
Were you here?
The
Were you
Honda,
in the
we used
car?
to steal that car a lot. We used to steal it a lot. We used to go to Home Depot and get.
Oh, you
lie.
guys are just now finding out about this?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh no, we used to go to Home Depot and go get spare keys, and just while you were sleeping, we used to go out.
We used to pass it around. Everybody had that Hyundai. Yeah. That's why it smelled like cigarettes in it, because Shaban was smoking cigarettes in
Yeah,
there.
Jeff used to say, "Hey, do you need the car tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah, to give it to me." We used to do donuts and.
You know, one time
Getting pissed off.
I did notice that there was like this tar from the road. Like you must have drove
There's an
over
Albanian flag and
street
hanging off
that was just paved or something like that, because there was little speckles of tar all over, and I couldn't figure out where it came from. Now I think I
would
know.
be driving the car at times, and Shaban would just rip the e-brake, and we would do a 360 out of nowhere, and he was like, I got you. I pranked you.
Jeff used to drive and hold the emergency brake, and then he'll get a phone call because I would pull it, get a phone call, and he'll be in a deep conversation, and I would just, and the phone will fly.
Yeah, Shaban was a menace, but we had each other's back, and that's important to have friends like that.
So you used to bring it out without your parents knowing?
Oh, we used to have
I
keys.
did,
We had
yeah.
like 5-6 different keys.
Sal?
I can feel my blood boiling now.
He's kidding, Dad. He's messing. He's a prankster. He's
No,
got-
I'm not joking.
We started out together in the barbershop, just messing with people all day long. That's literally what I do now for a living. I found a way to make it into a career, and Shaban's stuck here doing construction in the freezing cold. I moved on to Hollywood and made it, but we kind of started the barbershop back then. You were like my sidekick back then, because you
And
weren't a barber.
You asked me why I wouldn't let him back in, right?
I do, but you know.
You understand why Shaban's banned from this household.
He was a liability.
But he was, all around, he was a respectful, great kid. He was a good kid.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're
And
so
Shaban's
nice
a good
about
kid too.
him.
He's religious. He doesn't eat bacon. It's a different religion than you guys raised me on, but
I can't believe I'm going to Europe with these two.
Does that mean I'm in?
Well, yeah, so far.
my mom got surprised with a trip to Europe, and my dad got a tackle box, $20 tackle box.
See, if she goes to Europe, I'll have plenty of time to use
go
the tackle
fishing.
box.
So you guys proud of Jeff?
Oh,
Does
very.
he drive you? Did he drive you guys crazy when you watched some of the podcast?
No.
No.
Just the one with you in it.
Yeah. And the
You
stories
and
about.
Sal.
I still might have the spare keys. You still have the car?
No.
I still might have the spare key.
You want to go for a spin right now?
Take the truck. Or take the orange car.
I remember that car. We stole that car too. I'm not even kidding. We had that car before. I don't know if we
took that
stole it
car
or you gave
once.
him the keys. Did you ever give him the keys to that?
No, we never.
No,
would.
he went. No. He
Talk
he
about that.
came home.
I don't want to get into that one.
He went to a Wiz Khalifa concert. He came home and you needed a car to go to Wiz Khalifa, and we had to give you the
I've never
orange.
been to a Wiz Khalifa concert in my life.
No.
It was all a
Okay,
lie.
yeah.
I went to a party in the city that night. I remember.
No, I know. No, I remember the concert. I had to go out there. It was business.
Oh, this is when
Yeah.
no, I'm talking about before the fame. Before the fame, when you first got the car, we were taking it. Before Jeff was cutting hair out.
Shaban, enough, because they were actually gonna be pissed off about this.
But it's 10 years ago. Nothing happened.
I'm their favorite child now. We turned it around. My sister fell down 2 notches. You know,
Steven?
Steven's in the middle now.
No, I have no favorite child. They're all my favorites.
She's going to Jeff's barbershop.
How about you, Dennis?
My other kids never brought me on TV.
Yeah. There you go. Shaban is a full-blown, all-around prankster. If he did YouTube back when we were growing up, then he would be bigger than the Nelk boys. They don't have anything on Shaban. He just gets off on it. He gets off on messing with people. Even if there's no cameras going, he'll just prank people in really psychological, messed up ways. Which I have a little bit of that in me. I have a lot of it in me, but you're even worse than me. Liam met a girl at a club the other night, and he was all excited. He really liked her.
So she wasn't like. Can I say it?
Yeah.
All right. So Liam starts speaking to a girl. I see him talk. I'm about 15, 20 feet away. He comes by. He's like, "Oh, I gave the girl my number." So he's looking at his phone. He's looking at his phone, and she hasn't texted him. So I said, "All right." I get on my phone. I download this app. It's a prank text app. I text Liam, and
So the app, you could disguise yourself as another number. He can contact you from, it'll say her phone as caller ID. So it's really messed up because he thought that the girl that he liked was texting him. And now Shaban's saying like, "Hey baby, what are you doing tonight? You want to like hang out and hook woke up.
So Liam's going nuts. He's like, wow, how did she get my other phone number? He's going nuts now. He's walking around pacing. I'm like, what happened? He's like, he's not telling me, but I'm over here texting him, pretending I'm the girl. I'm like, you're so hot. You're so good looking. Can you come meet me here? I'm telling him to go meet him on the other side of the place. He's walking by. He's coming by. He's asking me, did you see that person? I'm like, no, what's going on, Liam? I went on. I didn't tell him. Mind you, this was 2 weeks ago. I told him yesterday.
Full-blown relationship. He did it to another one of his friends, and he was getting the guy. He got the guy up to the point where he was about to, or he may have sent naked photos, and he's sending them to Shaban. Shaban's getting these photos, and nobody's in on the joke with him. Nobody's laughing with him. He's just sick in his head.
Tell them on about with you now.
So yeah, I went to a pizzeria the other day, and I sent this girl my phone number on a napkin, and he got me, and I just put, I don't respond like that. I'm not that open right away. I just laughed, LOL back, and then he got me, and he told me right away.
Jeff's face turned red. He's like, he's looking at us. He's like she texted
Yeah,
him.
because the girl's sitting behind, like, at a table, like, behind us. So, like, we could see her. Like, Liam's just watching her. Like, she's just, like, staring at her to see, like, what she's doing. He's like, oh, she picked up her phone. And then Shaban starts texting Jeff. And Jeff is like, I've never seen him so flustered to, like, get a text.
Well, I was happy because it worked. I never sent a girl a napkin in my life, and the waiter was a fan of the video, so he was like, oh, I got you. I'll take it over there. So I put a little note at my phone number, and she was staring and giggling the whole time. So she got it, and she got it on her phone right away. And it looked like she was texting me right away. She ended up texting me after, but Shaban got to it first, and I'm having a conversation with Shaban. It's a horrible prank. Now I understand why they don't want you coming around here.
Jeff wanted to hit Shaban. Jeff was so mad. You wanted to punch him, right?
I wanted to hit him,
You wanted to hit him?
Shaban is the only one that could get me this close to wanting to hit him every time we hang out.
Best part is because I'm like, she texts you. He's like, he's not saying nothing. So I take over my phone and I hand him my phone. He's looking at the message. He's looking at his phone messages. He blocked the number right away.
Yeah. Look at the destruction you're causing on the world now, because so many little kids and people are going to watch this and they're going to download that app and they're probably going to do this to their friends. And I hope you're happy. Oh, it's Sal.
Really?
Yeah.
Pick up.
Yo.
You're
sick. You're going to hell. You know that? This is devil stuff you're doing here. You're playing with God, buddy. You're struck by lightning when you leave this house.
So what's your fiance like?
She's just as fun as me.
She's really nice. I mean, I only know her from FaceTime.
She's actually going to school.
She's Albanian. She's Muslim. She doesn't eat pork.
Liam doesn't eat pork also.
No, I stopped eating pork.
Did you actually? You converted to Muslim?
Yeah.
Just from hanging out with Shaban for a month?
No, I stopped eating pork like 6 months ago. I had someone.
Why? Because a pig is a dirty animal.
You know what happened to me? I was in LA one night and I was meant to go out to dinner and this guy said, let's just get tacos on the street.
Yeah.
We had street tacos. I swear to God, I don't get sick ever. My stomach was fucked up for like 2 weeks from when I had these pork tacos. So after that, I said, I'm not eating pork again.
That's like Jeff and his chicken story in Florida.
No, well, that ended up being strep throat.
I don't think so.
No, I went and got antibiotics and it cured it instantly. It was strep throat. It was a bacterial infection.
Where'd you get your antibiotics?
I got them on the street. Yeah, I was going to urgent cares here trying to get medicine, but they turn you away. You know, it's overflowed
You have to
with
go back to the street?
sick people here. Okay, today's episode is also sponsored by Avast. Thanks to Avast for supporting my channel. Avast's new all-in-one solution, Avast One, helps you take control of your safety and privacy online through a range of features. Award-winning antivirus that stops viruses and malware from harming your devices. Data breach monitoring, enabling you to find out if your online accounts have been compromised and whether your passwords need to be changed. You don't want people messing with your data. Trust me, I know it might not seem like a big deal now, but if you got a lot to hide like me, you're going to want to protect your data and protect what you got going on in here. Avast prevents over 1.5 billion attacks every month, and with Avast One, you can confidently take control of your online world without worrying about viruses, phishing attacks, ransomware, hacking attempts, and other cyber crime. Go to Avast.com to check out Avast One.
Who do you hate more, Cody or Shaban?
Oh, Sal.
Before I told you that we stole your car multiple times.
I don't know. It's like a toss-up.
Which one of Jeff's friends did you like when he was growing up? Albert?
Who's Albert?
Remember Fat Al?
He's not even memorable enough. Yeah. You can't name a friend of mine that you liked?
I would have got a pass.
No.
They said.
What about Liam now?
Oh, yeah.
Now he's a true professional.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we got one finally. It took me 32 years.
I'm a professional.
It's because you guys don't really know him. He's a terror.
I am?
No, I
I'm a
can't
beautiful
believe
human
that.
being.
You know what it is? No, nobody believes it because he's so calm and he talks to in his calm little voice. But he's a terror. He likes to terrorize. You guys don't realize, but the things he does.
What
It's
do I do?
terrorizing.
Tell something I do?
I can't say it because you just do it.
I think I'm a magnet
No,
for
we're not mentioning
addictive
that.
personalities. Like everybody I ever hang out with and the people that get close to me, they either have a drug addiction and got sober or never tried drugs but have a sex addiction like Liam here, even addicted to dwarfs and you know, he's just about to have sex with a
He
dwarf.
says we're bad. He's worse than all of us.
But you know what's
What
good
have I done? I inspire the youth. You know, I share my experiences to help people. That's it.
What I like about Liam is I could feel comfortable in front of Liam.
Because he sounds like one of the Beatles, Mom. You love the Beatles. That's it. You just like his accent.
But I think Liam probably has a little attention deficit disorder.
We got punched in the head
That's
for a
what it
little.
was. That's what it was.
No,
He got
because
punched in the head.
Special needs.
Liam will ask you a question and then you try to answer, but he's on to the next question. And they're like, wait a minute, I didn't, you know. And is that true, Liam? Did people say that? Yes. You know, because he does. I noticed it right away. I'm like, he'll start asking questions, but you go to answer, but he's like onto something else and a different question, like a different topic. And I didn't answer the first question. Then he answers for you, like he'll create a, oh, but you don't like that. I didn't say that. I didn't get to answer your question about that.
Yeah.
I've never met two kids that don't drink, they don't do no type of drugs, and they're so energized.
Oh, them
Two,
these
it's
two?
amazing.
Mhm.
I haven't drank for about a month and a half. We went to Florida. I didn't drink at all. I'm not an alcoholic. I do drink occasionally, weekend, but they're
Naturally
being-
insane. No
naturally-
need for any
that's what it is.
substances to
Naturally
enhance
Sick in
it.
the head.
And this guy, on the other hand, he doesn't trust anybody that doesn't drink, so that's good.
Maria, do you drink?
Do I drink then?
Occasionally.
Yeah, I
A
drink
cocktail.
Sambuca or something like that, but now I think my bottle's empty.
Depends
So,
Smokes a little weed.
how
fentanyl.
much I get on the nerves.
Yeah, Jeff was telling me about you and the weed.
Yeah, he likes weed, fentanyl.
you know, I think everybody tried it back in the 70s. I mean, it was all around.
Jeff, did you ever smoke pot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you smoke it the other night here?
No. What do you mean? What?
I thought I smelt it, but
In the house
Yeah,
here? Are
yeah.
you nuts? No.
oh,
Would
okay.
you mind if you smoked in here?
We don't have any ashtrays.
Smoking in the house? What do you think? I'm crazy? No, that was Kyle.
Kyle's eyes lit up. Look at him.
Kyle.
You being a snitch?
Kyle's got a clip. He's got a clip joint in his pocket. He smoked half of it. And
Yeah,
he
I got it on me all the time.
That's why you probably smelt it, because it was Kyle. Yeah, all right, I'm going to take a question from one of my loyal supporters. Here we go. Angel, she subscribed to my Patreon and told her parents that she was taking a film course so she could put on their credit card. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Good job, Angel. Way to go. You know?
Did you go to the Jeff Whittick School
Hey
of...
guys,
She's in the
Merry
Jeff Whittick School.
Christmas. I hope you guys all have a great day. Okay, so my question for you is, what has been your biggest accomplishment in 2021? Like, out of everything you've done from January 1st to now, what in your opinion has been like the greatest accomplishment? And then what are some things that you're looking forward to in 2022? But yeah, I hope you guys have a good day, and I love you guys. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Wow.
Christmas.
This year, accomplishments, things I'm proud of. Definitely the trip to Europe. That's something that I always wanted to do. Hopefully, I still have the money when that time comes around, you know?
That bluegill.
Oh, the bluegill, the fish we caught in Florida. Yeah, that was something, you know?
What about the tail you put in my
State
bed?
record, the turtle we caught. Yeah, streaming documentary. Yeah, but that's whatever. The bluegill in Florida, the fish. I'm gonna go with state record.
Have you
You
ever
know,
caught a big fish like that?
never in his life. No. Oh yeah, this year we launched a product company. With the Airstream, we built a new set for the show, a mobile set, an innovation that
But
we
isn't it
started on
crazy how you
YouTube.
were able to bring that all the way from LA to here?
Yeah.
It's where everything started, full circle?
You know what some guy said to me? Waddy said to me last night, what are you using in your hair? Your hair looks
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I said, Jeff's stuff. And he looked at me like I was joking. And I went, no, Jeff.
No, I am proud. Yeah, probably the hair product company. Even
You know that?
coming home here, I remember when I was really down. I put the hair products before when they were just samples. I put them next to my bed, and I would wake up and look at them, and that was the first thing that got me motivated every day. And I saw you have a little shrine of me. None of my brothers and sisters have this, but if you go into my old bedroom, there's just pictures of me and like all my things are like accomplishments.
Karen did call it the shrine.
The shrine, the Jeffrey shrine, and she has my products out, the packages, and
yeah, I'm really proud of him.
Yeah.
Really
Well, he
proud.
worked hard for it. He deserves it.
I'm proud of
Yeah.
all my kids, but you know,
mostly me. Mostly out of all of them.
I feel like just because you had a troubled childhood and you put
Yeah.
them through probably hell,
Yeah.
and he turned everything around to positive.
Yeah.
Teaches
Yeah.
young kids to do good things.
Yeah.
Throw
And-
firecrackers.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, my little question / advice is, what would you do if someone has betrayed you or hurt you in some way? Would you rather get revenge on them, or would you rather
Revenge.
take the high road and just forget about it and move on? Or does it
Take the
truly
high road at
depend
first,
on the
pretend that I'm taking the
situation?
high road, and then
I
get
just want
revenge.
to know your input about everything. All right, thanks. Bye.
Pretend to take the high road.
And side
What?
wrap them.
Yeah.
That's terrible advice.
It makes me feel good. I don't know.
Yes.
You carry that around with you, you'll be angry forever. So you should forget.
I agree. I was joking before. I think taking the high road is better. Depending on what happened, though, you know? Like if somebody stole your car and still has keys to it, then you got to get those keys back.
Yeah.
You know, someone just said, no comment. No, if you have a glass of water, like say a half empty or half full glass of water, and you hold that glass of water for a few minutes, it's okay, but you hold it for a day or two, it gets heavier and heavier, like your problems. Like say the water is your problem, right?
Yeah.
And you're holding it for a few minutes, and it's not so bad, but you keep holding it and it gets heavier and heavier and heavier. So
Philosophic, wow.
Should you guys forgive me or no?
yes.
There you go.
As long as you don't do
How many times did you
Yes.
take the car?
Two keys. I only have two. But you know what they do to me? Like they don't show the stuff they do to me. We were in Tampa. I'm sleeping. I hear him giggling. Jeff's sleeping on the sofa next to me, and they start shooting bottle rockets.
No, we had we have those mortars, those big fireworks
Yeah.
that shoot out, and it looks like a stick of dynamite with a long fuse. So we took a toilet paper roll and we wrapped it up with duct tape, and we had the long fuse in, but the fuse goes to nothing. So he was sleeping, and we lit it, and then we threw it on his lap, and oh shit. But then the fuse eventually just burns out, but it's just a really messed up prank to do. But he does way worse things.
Hey assholes, Merry Christmas.
Oh, whoa.
So I need advice.
It's Christmas, my family's here.
I'm the worst procrastinator there's ever been. I never know how to start shit, and when I'm starting anything,
That filthy
I never
mouth,
know
put some soap in
how
it.
to continue going on because I'll get distracted and start watching TikTok for 5 hours, and I have shit to do.
Damn,
so what do
what's
you
the curse
do
count
when
on this?
you
Let's get a
are
curse meter going.
procrastinating, because I need tips. I'm desperate. Please help me.
I couldn't even make out the question with all that foul language, you know?
What's wrong with her?
You need to go to confession.
Mm-hmm.
Next question.
Next question. We don't condone that
What's your
language.
dream vacation? If there was one person from your team that you would fire, who would it be? What keeps you motivated?
I like that.
And also, when's your next merch drop? Because everything's sold out on the website right now.
Ooh, all right. First question, who would I fire? It can't be Oscar because I don't know how to use any of this equipment. Kyle has been really, pulling a lot of weight around here, so not Kyle. Definitely, no, Ivan. I need Ivan. Steven. Steven he's like a independent contractor for me. His job is to be an idiot, but sometimes he is too much of an idiot and it causes stress in my life. But he's like a special needs little brother that I look out for,
So I guess nobody.
No, I'd fire Steven. But Steven knows that he would be fired. Steven. Do you want to show my parents a Steven video?
This guy gets naked, he's crazy.
Yeah, but then he's afraid of coming in the city. Like,
His cousin is telling us how he get
They have sex with each other.
oh, inbred.
And
Inbreds,
Brett,
yeah.
yeah. He said he did it about 3-4 times.
Yeah.
With a dead straight face on, like he was proud of it.
He said, "Yeah, well, I wouldn't do my sister, but cousin's
Yeah,
fine."
not that
I
much,
wonder
only
what
like
his,
3-4
his
times.
parents think, like he's naked in the.
So this is what Steven's been up to lately. I'll let you guys take this one. You could commentate on it, give your opinion.
Dude, have you seen the spaghetti? Have you seen the spaghetti?
No.
are you doing?
Mm-hmm. No.
That was supposed to be for everyone.
Get out.
No. Why would you?
I didn't even want it anyways.
So that was funny.
So he's an actor. Oh, Nick. Yo, what's going on?
Nobody has ever gotten COVID twice. Ever.
I have.
No, you haven't. Go on the CDC thing. You lost smell and taste, then you had COVID. If you didn't lose smell and taste, you had the flu or the common cold, which will test positive for COVID.
I wish you were here because you have all this information about fucking everything.
It's just on the CDC.
Thank you, Nick, the barber, the president of Staten Island, Dr. Nick. He's a barber. And in the old days, barbers were considered doctors, right? That's why they have the blue and the red.
We were bleeders, remember?
So this is all not misinformation. This is the truth.
I feel like I need to educate myself before I speak about it.
You're a sucker who's brainwashed by the news.
Okay. Should you get vaccinated?
For what? The human race is more than 6 million years old.
Do you think COVID was man-made in a lab in Wuhan?
Yeah, 100%. They engineered it to be a bullshit fucking viral weapon to take away everybody's human rights.
To take away the... Oh, so it's not a boomer remover. It's to take away human rights. Or was it to kill old people?
Well, no. Definitely it's going to wipe out all the people that live on the system or thrive off the system.
Well, thanks for coming on the show, Nick, and sharing some of that insight. You know, everybody's entitled to an opinion. Leave down in the comments what you think, what your thoughts are. You know? All right, bye. Well, that was a nice way to end off, you know, with some conspiracy theorists. And everybody's entitled to an opinion. Don't shoot the messenger. I just give these people a voice here. You know, you can make fun of him. He is at home sick, as he says, a bunch of... I mean, some would say it's bullshit. Some would say it's really smart.
What do you got for us there, Dennis?
You son of a gun. I should kick your ass. Tough guy.
Oh, right. All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to this episode. Sorry if it was a little different. Next week, we'll be back in our normal set and back to the normal routine in the new year, right? Next episode will be in the new year. We're going to teach you guys a workout plan for the new year to get your life together, get off all that added on extra body weight, that belly fat. I mean, I haven't hit the gym in weeks, so you know we all need to do it. We are going to give you guys.
Gain weight?
No, I lose weight. I just get skinny. My muscles disappear.
Get
We're all going to get on steroids. We're going to get on D-balls, HGH. I'm going to be looking like The Rock by February. I'm going to fucking shave my head and juice up.
Beat up all these YouTubers, right?
Yeah.
In boxes.
Yeah, I'm going to be 6'7" and fucking 350 pounds by March. That's it. Thanks for tuning in this year. I had a lot of fun doing all this stuff. And I couldn't have done it without you guys. Susan Wagner High School, stop the gun violence. You know? I want to send my kids there maybe one day. But not if you guys keep shooting each other.
Hey, come suck this dick, motherfucker!
Are you turning that to a remix?
Yeah.
Wow.
I like that.
Nice.
Kyle's got to start smoking more weed.
The bathroom boys are driving off. They're taking off tonight. They got to pack up. So we got to wrap this one up short. But thank you guys. I love you all. Thank you for the support this year. It's been a good one. Hopefully next one's even better. Because if it's not better, then that means it's worse. And then the next one after that will be worse and worse and worse. Let's hope for the best, right? Thank you, Jesus. Praise Allah.
Alhamdulillah.
Whatever God you believe in, I hope you're get rich or die trying. Don't fucking give up. You know, if you're broke right now, go out and fucking get rich no matter what.
Rob a bank or something, right?
Yeah. Did we get age restricted when we say stuff like that? We're just kidding.